Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Today we are going to start a very new chapter. This is Signs of a Realized Seer. In Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, we have seen the Siddha Prajna Lakshana. You must have studied that. So the same idea, the signs of a realized seer. So that is what we are going to take up today. And there are some 20 verses. Brahma karataya sadha stitataya nirmukta bahyartadihi anya vedita bhogya bhoga kalanaha Nidraluvat bhalavat Swapnalokita lokavad jagadidam Pashyan kvachid labdhadihi Aste kaschidhananta punyapala Bugdhanyas samanyo bhuvi Anyo bhuvi. Once again, nalla irukku in the meter. Brahma karataya sadha sitataya karataya stitataya nirmukta bahyartadihi Anya vedita bhogya bhoga kalanaha Nidraluvat bhalavat Swapnalokita lokavad jagadidam Pashyan kvachid labdhadihi Aste kaschidhananta punyapalabhug Dhanyas samanyo bhuvi. In the last verse, Shankara point out the limit of the Vairagya, meaning who has attained the maximum Vairagya. If you ask, then Vasana Anudayo Bhogye. When the favorable objects present itself before that Mahatma, no Vasanas rises in his heart. Meaning no likes or dislikes. No craving for it or no aversion for it. He is just the same. See? That is the Vairagya. Vairagya is not running away. Or Vairagya is not hating anything. It is nothing happening in the heart because of the objects. Meaning he has no Vairagya, he has no Vasanas in him. See, that is the Vairagya's peak. I mean, what is the peak of the Jnana Nishtha? Ahambhava Udaya Abhavaha. And this I thought or the ego self is not rising at all. It has gone forever. That is the real knowledge. That is the peak of one's attainment. And what is Uparatehe? How one can be called as withdrawn totally? Lina Vrittehe Anutpattihi. Meaning what? The thoughts are gone once and for all. It is not at all rising about anything. So that is the peak of one's Uparati. So these three things we have seen yesterday. The Vairagya that leads to the Bodha, and then Ananda, and then Shanti. Uparati, Ananda, Shanti. So after that, after saying this, now he is going to explain the man of realization who is in this state. Siddha Prajna Lakshana. So how is he living? Brahmakarataya sadha sitataya. He is always living as that Brahma Tattva, Brahmakarataya. Meaning what? He always lives in that supreme state. Sitataya means what? He lives there, sadha, always. Nirmukta Bhahyartha Dihi. Bhahyartha Dihi means what? His mind is no more going out. Bhahyartha. After anything in the world. Nirmukta, meaning he is free from this extrovertedness. For him, there is nothing, no more objects in the world outside. Therefore, his mind is no more running after anything. See? Nirmukta Bhahyartha Dihi. Bhahyartha, external objects. Nirmukta Dihi. His mind is no more running after anything. And he is so satisfied with his own self. But sometimes, Anya avedhita bhogya kalanaha. The others, they force something on him, like something good to eat, or to drink, or some bhogya vastu. Then how will he associates, how will he relates with that? Like Nidraluvat Bhalavat. He enjoys, but like Nidraluvat, one who is asleep, or Bhalavat, like a child. Meaning what? Nidraluvat means the fellow who is sleeping, if he is given something to eat, he is not out of the sleep completely. But he gets up and he eats and he goes back. Next day he will ask, what did I eat? I never ate anything. So Nidraluvat Bhalavat. And Bhalavat is so beautiful. Like a child. He doesn't have that kind of a bhoga buddhi. Yes, hunger means he drinks, it is happy. But that kind of bhoga buddhi is not there in him. He just enjoys, like Nidraluvat Bhalavat. And Kvachit means, third line, Kvachit means sometimes he may see the world, meaning world, this phenomenal world. Swapna alokita loka vat jagadidam. Whenever he happens to also see this world, how he sees? Swapna alokita lokavat. As if he is seeing a dream. You know, when you get up, you know it is a dream. But while dreaming, you do not know. But he knows, while living also, this is like a dream, meaning no meaning for all these things. It's Shuma, these experiences. Nothing to take seriously. So, for him, Swapna alokita lokavat jagadidam, this world, Pashyan. He looks at this world like that only. Labdadihi. Labdadihi, one who has got that true knowledge. Actually, Bhahyartha, Nirmukta Bhahyartha Dihi. He doesn't see anything outside, any world outside. Because he is always contented with his self. But in the Vyavahara Dasha, sometimes if he sees also, that is like seeing a dream. Not anything serious about it. Aste kaschid ananta punya palabug. And he remains as if enjoying ananta punya, infinite merit, what he has done in his previous janmas. See, when you have done a lot of punya, merits, then you enjoy in this world. Papa means you suffer. That is what is said in our scriptures. It is as if he has done infinite punya karya in his previous lives. And he is enjoying it as if. Meaning, he is free, he is blissful, and he is not worried or anxious about anything. So, means what? From the standpoint of Vyavahara, how can you express this way? He must have done something, Ananta Punya. Some meritorious deeds he must have done in his previous lives. And he is enjoying it now. That is how we have to account for it. And Dhanyaha, he is the most blessed one on the earth. Dhanyaha, Saha Manyo Bhuvihi, he is worshipped everywhere. by all. Manyo bhuvi. In this world, he is worshipped by one and all. Why he is worshipped? Because he has got no ego, no selfishness, no desire or greed, and he wishes only good for everybody. And whatever he does, only for the Loka Kalyanam. And he emanates so much of peace and so much of joy around him. People take up to him like honeybee, taking up to the flowers, honey. Like that, people come around him. And he gives so much of peace. See, this is very rare, we don't understand. In this world, there is no peace. There is only agitation, confusion. When somebody, by not doing anything, just by their presence, can quieten your mind, what miracle more you want? See, that is the glory of the Sannidhi Vishesha. Peace. So therefore, he is worshipped everywhere. See, wherever he walks, that land is blessed. Actually, that land is blessed. So, such a great person, because he is always abiding as the truth, Brahmakarataya, Sadha Stitataya, always he is abiding in his own self, which is the truth, which is very auspicious, Mangalakaram. There is no beginning or end to this state. So, in that infinite state, he is reveling always. So, from his standpoint, the world is not. Therefore, he is not running after anything. Nirmukta Bhakyartadihi. And not only that, even if he is offered something, it is not that like us he enjoys. He enjoys very gracefully. And he drops that experience then and there. It is not making any dent on him, any vasanas in him. So therefore he is nirmukta, free always. Like Nidraluvat. See, when you drink something or eat something in your sleep, it is not creating any vasana. That is very important. Balavat, for Bala also, Balavat, child also, it is not creating any vasana actually. It enjoys at that moment, but it is not creating much vasanas in that child. Only when it slowly grows, then everything happens. This kartrutva and bhoktrutva abhimana slowly manifests. Then vasanas are created. For him, nothing. And whenever he looks at this world, for him, Kvachit means sometimes, during Vyavahara Dasha, he may look at this world, but for him, it is like a dream. Nothing real. And he is as though enjoying the Ananta Punya, the meritorious deeds done in the past lives. And he is Dhanyaha, really blessed. Even one who has got a big, samrajya, meaning what? The tycoons, business tycoons, they say, no? The great industrialists who have got thousands of crores, billions, they are also not Dhanyaha. You go and look at their lives, they also are not happy, totally free from all these. So they are also caught up somewhere. Actually, we are comparatively peaceful. We are comparatively happy, but for them headaches. So therefore, they are really Dhanyaha. Kaupinavantaha kalu bhagyavantaha. He is really bhagyavan. Samanyo bhuvi, and he is respected everywhere. Sthita prajno yatirayam yas sadhanandam ashnute Brahman eva vilinatma nirvikaro vinishkriyaha Sthita prajno yatihi ayam yas sadhanandam ashnute Brahman eva vilinatma nirvikaro vinishkriyaha. Sthita prajnaha. Who is Sthita prajna? One who is steady in wisdom. Sita. Sita means he is steady. Prajna means wisdom. Or one who is abiding in the knowledge firmly. Sita prajna. Who is he? Yatihi. He is a sannyasi. Sannyasi means what? One who has renounced ahamta and mamata is called a sannyasi. Not by the garb. Yatihi. Yaha sadanandam ashnute. He is enjoying the bliss. Always. Sada anandam ashnute. See, the first description of a Sita prajna is he is never miserable. In fact, he is always mast. Enjoying the bliss. Have you seen any Mahatma in a depressed state? Maybe he may appear, very different, but inside he is always blissful. Why? Brahmani eva vilinatma. Because his mind, intellect, all the antakarana is merged in the self, in the Brahma Tattvam. Brahmani eva vilinatma. He is totally absorbed in that Brahma Tattva. See, if you go to Ramanashram, behind you will see the samadhi of the great devotees like Muruganar and others. There it is written, means when they have attained samadhi, absorbed in Arunachala, and the date. Absorbed in Arunachala. What a beautiful way of telling you. Like absorbed in the Brahma Tattvam. Meaning, he never feels he is a separate existence other than that Brahma Tattva. He is completely absorbed. Means what? He remains only as a Brahma Tattvam, not as an individual. There is a hell lot of a difference between these two. Remaining as an individual and absorbed in Brahma Tattvam and remaining as Brahma Tattva. See, remaining as one pot or remaining as the mud, which is the self of all pots. There is so much of difference. So absorbed. Brahmani eva vilinatma. Therefore, nirvikaraha. There is no modification within, meaning there is no mind. The mind only is changing always, no? And creating all sorts of worries, anxieties. Nirvikaraha, because there is no mind in him. And vinishkriyaha, therefore no activity in him. Why no activity in him? Because there is no mind, no desire. So he is free. There is no pressure, vasana pressure. So therefore, like that ocean, the deep ocean, he is still achalaha and is totally peaceful within. So vinishkriyaha. See, you may find his hands and legs working sometimes, but he is not the hands and legs. He knows very clearly, I am not this. So he is something else. He is always in that state of bliss and peace and vinishkriyaha and nirvikaraha. Nothing is happening inside. See, this is very difficult to understand. No? We identify with the body-mind. Therefore, when the body-mind is acting, we say, I am acting. When the body-mind is quiet, we say, I am quiet. I am not acting. But the jnani, whether the body-mind is acting or not, he is ever the same. Because he has nothing to do with the body-mind. When he is acting also, he never feels he is acting. When it is not acting also, he never feels he is not acting. He is beyond both. So, he is the same. His inside, if you see, there is nothing. As if all the waves have subsided in that ocean. That's what we saw yesterday. Nistaranga, no waves. Imagine an ocean. That is how is within. Such a person, such a jnani is called as a sthita prajna. He has got firm abidance in the self. Sthita prajna, man of steady wisdom. Moving on. Brahmatmano shoditayoho ekabhava vagahini Nirvikalpa cha chinmatra vritti prajneti katyate sustita sa bhavedyasya stita prajnasya uchyate brahmatmano shodhitayoho ekabhavavagahini nirvikalpa cha chinmatra vritti prajneti katyate sustita sa bhavedyasya stita prajnasya uchyate. See, this is the glory of Sri Adi Sankara. See, if you happen to read his bhashyam, commentaries, it is very enjoyable. You know why? For an intellectual person, it is like a feast. You know why? The Upanishadic mantras or Gita, Bhagavad Gita's verses, he takes a word and then he defines it. And he defines it such a way that it makes so much of sense. So much of clarity is given. He is very precise, at the same time very sharp, and everything is beautifully explained. And he gives explanation also later. Here also, what is prajna, first of all? We are talking about Siddha Prajna, but what is prajna? And then he explains what is Siddha Prajna. The definition, you will get nowhere. Even in Bhagavad Gita, he says Siddha Prajna looks like this, he behaves like this. But what is prajna actually? It is defined here. What is prajna? See, prajna iti katyate. This is called as prajna. What is prajna? Brahma atmanoho shodhitayoho ek bhava avagahini vrittihi. The vrittihi is in the second line. It is also a sort of a mental modification, he says, vrittihi only. What is vritti? Yes, it's not self, or it is not the Brahma Tattvam, still a sort of a mental activity, vrittihi, where Brahma Atmanoho Shodhitayoho. So he has thoroughly contemplated on the oneness of the Brahma Tattva and Atma Tattva. Mahavakya Upadesha, and then he has contemplated on it, and thoroughly he has investigated on it. Shodhitayo means thoroughly investigated on it, and ekabhava avagahini. Therefore, his mind is so convinced of the ekabhava between the Brahma and Atma. Avagahini means what? Flowing towards that. Flowing towards what? Towards that ekabhava. That is one thing. Therefore, nirvikalpa. Therefore, he sees no differences. Because both are one only, na? Nirvikalpa, chinmatra. And because of their oneness, he is always in that chinmatra, that one pure consciousness. But vrittihi, it is said a vritti means what? Still, it is sort of a bhavana, or sort of a mental modification. So that is prajna. I told you, no, the last step, susukshmaya vrittya, only you know the self, and then only you abide, I told you, no, the other day. So here the prajna is still, he defines it as a vritti, a sort of a mental activity only, but where it is flowing always towards that oneness. Therefore, he is not differentiating between the seer and the seen. And also, he is chinmatra, he reminds us that one pure consciousness. This is called as prajna. Sustita sa bhaved, yasya stita prajna. One who is firmly abiding in this state of mind or in this state. This is called as stita prajna. See, beyond this you cannot define. So, prajna means that last vrittis, that last sort of a thing where you are very clear that there is no difference between the Brahma and Atma Tattva, and you don't create any differences, and you remain only as a Chinmatram. That is Prajna. And one who is clearly, firmly abiding in that Prajna is called as Sthita Prajna. See here, the beauty is Avagahini. It is flowing towards that oneness. See, after some time, everything goes, even this goes, and is totally in that Sahaja Sthiti. But even before, little before that, attaining the Sahaja Sthiti, his mind is always towards this oneness, and he is not differentiating between himself and the world. He sees everything as a self only, and he remains as Chinmatram. So this is Prajna. And one who is always abiding in it or firmly rooted in it is called as Sthita Prajna. So you have to come to Adi Shankara to understand anything of Vedanta. He's brilliant. See, you cannot capture him in a movie. You cannot capture him. Whatever you capture is your own idea of Adi Shankara. See, that is good. See, we need to have some idea of him, na? So that is good. But nobody can do any justice to who he is, what he is, the brilliance. See, when you study his Bhashyam, Ekadesham, you know his brilliance. And Stotram, if you study his devotion and his, poetic excellence is revealed. And through his actions, his missionary zeal is revealed. So he is all the three put together. Very rare combination. A great jnani, a great scholar, a great devotee, and a great missionary. See, all put together. So that's why very rare. See, a person may be a great jnani, may not be a master of scriptures, may not be a great scholar. It is possible. A person who is a great scholar may not be a Brahmajnani. He is only the Pandita. But he knows everything about the scripture, but he has not got it yet. It's possible. Possible means what? It's all there. And if a person is a highly Vedantic person, he may not have that kind of heart. Some persons. But he has got that devotion also. And then that missionary zeal. And he has really Punaruddharanam. He has done such a job that Sanatana Dharma is nothing without him, Adamari. So, such a wonderful manifestation of the Lord. He is considered Shankara himself, the Lord himself. We saw in the Tatotaka also, na? Vivekachudamani praising him as Lord Shiva himself. Has come as Shankara, and then he himself has come as Kanchi Mahaperiva also. Why? Because Periva Mahaperiva also, if you see, my God, his knowledge, ocean, samudram, jnana samudram. It is not possible for ordinary human beings, It is not possible. To have that kind of insight into everything is not possible in one life. Not possible for ordinary people. They are extraordinary manifestation of the same Lord only. We are also manifestation of the Lord only. We are not manifestation of Satans. There is no Satan here. But they are divine manifestations, special manifestation maybe we can call that. This is Jivan Mukta, this is the Sthita Prajna. Okay. Yasya Sthita Bhavet Prajna Yasya Nando Nirantaraha Prapancho Vismruta Prayaha Sajivan Mukta Ishyate Yasya Sthita Bhavet Prajna Yasya Anando Nirantaraha Yasya Anando Nirantaraha Prapancho Vismruta Prayaha Sajivan mukta ishyate. You know what you should do? When I chant, you should also chant with me. You should not go on reading the meaning. That is a bad habit actually. If you go on reading the meaning, you will not listen to me. And you will get prejudiced by your own understanding first. And then when you listen, you are listening with a colored mind. See, generally how you should listen, you know. When you come to the class, you should not read and come. First you should listen from the teacher. And then you can go back and read and contemplate. See, we are all very intelligent people. Everything we want to know before that only. What is that? What is that? What is that? Restless we are. So if you go on reading it, already in your hurry, you are in a hurry, restless. So you will grasp something, may not grasp other things. So with that kind of a mind, if you listen, already you have got some ideas formed. And then you compare. And then you feel, why? Why this? First listen, Ardala. It's like a clean slate you should remain. So listen quietly. The scriptures. It will not run away anywhere. No? It is going to be here only. The books are in our hands only. And the Swami is going to be here only. You can always hold on to his collar. There is no only collar mic. And ask him, what you said is wrong. This is not right. See what Gurudev has said. See, you can always point out to me. Na? So what is the hurry? So you first listen. And then you should read Gurudev's commentary. Definitely you should read. You will get better sort of insight. And then you contemplate, you will get still better insights. So don't do all these things, you know. This circus don't do here. Oh, wanting to read everything. Or beforehand I will come and read. I will read and come. No, don't do that. Why? You are coming here for Shravanam na first. First is Shravanam only. You have to listen. And then you form your ideas. You contemplate on it. Don't form your ideas and then listen. This is wrong. I am telling you. From my own experience I am telling you everything. I also have been doing that for some time. Don't form ideas and then listen. You listen and then you study and then form your ideas. That is better always. So, yasya sthita, but even though if I tell you this, you will not listen, I know. You know why? Because it's a habit of the mind. It wants to know. Because you cannot change the habit that easily. Now you may understand, but day after tomorrow you will forget this. Because it's a habit. But that is fine. If that is your prarabdha who can help you, that is okay. Everything is fine. Okay. Yasya sthita bhavet prajna. Whose prajna has become firm, sthita, unshaken. He is very clearly and firmly there. Yasya prajna sthita bhavet. Who is firmly rooted in that. Yasya anandaha nirantaraha. And whose bliss is unbroken. Nirantaraha. He is always in that state of bliss. And prapancho vismruta prayaha. Prapanchaha means this world is as if he has forgotten. Vismrutaha means he has forgotten. Totally he has forgotten as if. Sa jivan mukta ishyate. He is called as jivan mukta purusha. So who is clearly abiding in that oneness between the Brahma and Atma, the self, and whose Ananda, since he is always remaining as Chin Matraha, his Ananda is Nirantaraha, and Bhahyartha is not the Vimuktaha Bhahyartha. So for him, as if the world is forgotten. See, towards the end, towards the later part of his life, once Swami Tapovan remarked, it seems. For me, it is like a vague memory, this world, you know, and it's like sort of a dream, not true, like a vague memory. For us, our childhood is a vague memory, no? So like that he says, this prapancha itself is sort of a vague memory. Meaning what? It is not real at all for him. So, Vismruta Prayaha means almost he has forgotten means what? It is not there in his consciousness at all. Now and then when people come meet him, ask him certain things, then yes, that also he sees like a dream. That's what we have seen now. So it is here said as if he has forgotten. Vismruta Prayaha Prapanchaha. So that is, he is called as Jivan Mukta. We are unable to forget anything. You know, is that not so? Even 20 years back somebody has said something. This Mahatma Ji asked yesterday, when did Pongal happened? Last year. Before that. What time? Amma is pavam. She don't have that such a data in her fingertips, you know. You should have such data, Amma.
It has to be in the morning.
Yeah, that I agree, because sun, you are right. So, he has forgotten everything, himself also. So somebody asks him about his life, he has to recollect with great difficulty. Meaning what? He is not interested in it, actually speaking. He is not interested, because it is like a unreal dream. It has gone over. And this is true. Chinmatra is true. So therefore, he may relate for the benefit of others, but he himself is not at all least bothered. So therefore, he is Jivan Muktaha. Such a person is called Jivan Mukta. Now we can see ourselves whether we are Jivan Muktas or not. Have we forgotten the world? No. Very much is there in our head, the world. Is that not so? And Nirantara Anandaha are we experiencing? No, so Nirantara sorrows at least we are experiencing. We are opposite of Jivan Mukta. And Sthita Prajna, this wisdom is there, deep in us, no. When we are in the class, yes, it is clear. When we go away, it all mixed up with Rajas and Tamas. So it is shaky, it's not even shaky. First of all, it does not become firm, how can it be shaky then? So, a long way to go, Sthita Prajnaha. So, Saha Jivan Mukta Ishyate, he is called as Jivan Mukta Purusha. Now he is going to explain what is Jivan Mukti, who is Jivan Mukta Purusha. First he said Siddha Prajna, he defines Siddha Prajna, and who is always in that state is Siddha Prajna, and then he comes, he is a Jivan Mukta. Who is Jivan Mukta? Leena Dhirapi Jagarti Jagrad Dharma Vivarjitaha Bodho Nirvasano Yasya Sajivan Mukta Ishyate Leena Dhirapi Jagarti Jagrad Dharma Vivarjitaha Bodho Nirvasano Yasya Sajivan Mukta Ishyate. What a brilliant definition. Brilliant definition of Jivan Mukti. See, Bhagavan also has revealed the same way Jivan Mukti. Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. Here he says, Leena Dihi Api. Dihi means the mind and buddhi. The manaha and buddhi, the mind and intellect. Leena means has merged. But in the deep sleep also it is merged. Is that not so? The mind and intellect goes back. Wherever it goes back, it goes back. It is not manifest, it is unmanifest. So, Leenaha, that as if is not available. In the deep sleep also, then what is the difference between deep sleep and the real Jivan Mukta or the Jivan Mukta Sthiti? Leena Dihi Api Jagardi, he is awake. Even though the mind and buddhi has gone, has merged, but still he is awake. But he is not awake like you and me. Jagrad Dharma Vivarjitaha. Whatever is a Jagrad Dharma is not seen. Enadappa. He is awake as if he is in the Jagrad Avastha, but Jagrad Avastha's dharmas are not applicable to him. What are the Jagrad Avastha's dharma? The Bheda Buddhi, the experiencer and the experienced duality, and then different things are different, and then likes and dislikes, and you see guna dosha. All this dharma is not there. So the mind and intellect has merged. Even though it is merged, he is awake. Generally, we have the experience, when it is merged, everything is gone. We are not awake. It's called we are asleep. But even though it is merged, he is awake. Even though he is awake, he is not awake. Innadappa. He is not awake means what? All the Jagrad Avasthas dharma is no more seen in him. His mind is totally still. In Jagrad Avastha, our minds are always, in a confused state. And always, in a troubled state. But nothing. And we see the differences. The Bheda, for him no Bheda. So whatever Jagrad Avasthas dharma, vivarjitaha, is not seen in him. So this is called a Jagrad Sushupti. In the waking state, he is sleeping. While he is sleeping, he is awake. Why is sleeping? Because the mind and buddhi has gone merged. But he is awake. Though he is awake, he is asleep. Why? In Sushupti Avastha, we don't find any difference. And the mind is not agitating or confused. So in the Jagrad Avastha, he is though awake, he is as if in Sushupti. Perfectly no differences he perceives, and his mind is not at all moving. See? What a different state.
He didn't feel the difference between Jagrata Avastha and Sushupta Avastha.
He is in Turiya, he doesn't feel any difference between any of the three states. That is what it said. Turiya means it is one. Even though he is going through the three avasthas, for him it is not three avasthas, it is one, Turiya. So therefore, even though as if he is asleep, he is awake. Even though as if he is awake, he is asleep. So you cannot say whether he is asleep or awake. He is beyond all the three states. You know why? Because mind and buddhi is not available means he should be asleep. But he is awake means he is conscious. In the consciousness, always there are objects, emotions, thoughts. But in his consciousness, there is no objects, emotions and thoughts. As if in the deep sleep state. Imagine what a wonderful state. So when you are awake and nothing disturbs you and you no more perceive any differences of any sort, that is Jivan Mukti. And Bodhaha Nirvasanaha Yasya Sa Jivan Mukta Ishyate. And in this knowledge has got no vasana in it. Meaning what? It is not knowledge of something. Or the knowledge is not having any pressure of desire. No vasana means what? There is the knowledge which is not disturbed by any vasanas. Or he don't see things as different. That's what it means. And he doesn't have any liking or attachment or aversion towards anything. So that is what Bodhaha Nirvasanaha. His knowledge is devoid of vasanas. All the vasanas have been exhausted. So the Bodha is there, the knowledge is there. Maybe you can say knowledge of things are there because he is doing Vyavahara. But absolutely for him everything is same. Something is special, something is not special. I like or not like, Allah vasanas. Vasanas create the differences of likes and dislikes. I want or I don't want. Attachment and aversion. All this is not there in him. Samadarshinaha. Equal vision. So, he is a Jivan Mukta Purusha. We need not become Jivan Mukta Purusha. Even to think about this state, how wonderful it is, how joyful it is. There is a state like this. And our great masters have discovered it and they have lived it and they have passed it on generation after generation.
Not convinced with the logical mind.
It's very difficult. Very difficult. That's why it's beyond mind, na? It is said always beyond mana buddhi. So it is not that much convincing. No. So it is bodha nirvasanaha yasya sa jivan mukta ishyate. So he is called as a jivan mukta. Now, shanta samsara kalanaha kalavanapi nishkalaha yasya chittam vinishchintam sajivan mukta ishyate. Shanta samsara kalanaha kalavanapi nishkalaha yasya chittam vinishchintam sajivan mukta ishyate. Samsara kalanaha. Always there is some concern or some worries about this relative existence in our mind. Means where will we get the next food, and what will happen to my body, to my mind, means what will happen to me. Like that something. Or if you are very attached to somebody, our near and dear, would they be safe? Will everything will be all right? Like that, always there is some concern regarding our relative existence. That is samsara kalanaha. Shanta samsara kalanaha. Means everything has subsided. Everything has gone. He is no more concerned about anything. Why? Because he knows there is only one. From the Vyavahara Dasha also he knows the Lord, the Supreme Lord, takes care. That power takes care of everything. We need not worry about anything. There is no kartrutva abhimana that I have to take care. Otherwise what will happen? No kartrutva abhimana, bhoktrutva abhimana. And there is no concern or worry about anything. What a state. Even about the Vyavahara. See, even about the Vyavahara means what? Sometimes, this sannyasi is pavam, when they renounce everything, but there is always a concern of what will happen, where will I get my food, or what will happen if I fall ill, what will happen, if I don't realize this self before I pass away, what will happen. Like that, some concerns or worries are always there. And if you build an ashram, there is no dearth. Your motor work the motor should function to draw water at least for 45 days, because that fellow will not come. And the power should not go off. The geyser should work. See? And all the students must be happy. Is that not so? But he has got no concern of whatsoever. Shanta samsara kalanaha. And then he must have inspired by this word kalana. So the next word, you know what? Kalavanapi nishkalaha. That is a different idea, not related to this. But kalavanapi nishkalaha. Kalavan means what? Though he has got parts. Kalavan. When you look at him, he has got limbs, hands, legs, head, everything. Kalavanapi, though he is appearing to be with parts, limbs, everything, nishkalaha, actually he has no parts. He has got no head, no heart, no hands, legs. Nishkalaha means he is Brahman. So for him there is no parts. Though he appeared to be with the parts, he is beyond. He has no akara. That is his experience, It is not a joke. Chumma illadu. His living experience is, even though he is with parts, he is without it. Nishkalanaha. Yasya chittam vinishchintam. In his mind, vinishchintam. There is no worry or there is no anxiety, there is nothing in his mind. It is prashantam always. Something has happened. Even though for the Vyavahara sake the chittam is there, nischintam. Chitta means what? Always, expanding his thoughts. Some anxieties, worries, something. But chittam is there, but it is not expanding as worries or confusions, fear, nothing. Nishchintam. Chittam is there, but nishchintam. Saha Jivan Mukta Ishyate. He is Jivan Mukta Purusha. So, in short, he is not worried or concerned about anything. Anything whatsoever. See, generally we get concerned. What will happen to this world? My God, so much of war, strife and struggle everywhere. And people are suffering. What will happen? And Kali Yuga is now only 5,000 years, they say, and so many thousands of years. What will happen to the future generation? How will they live here? These are all, chumma, the mind creates all these kind of things. For them, absolutely there is nothing. So therefore, no concern. If at all, he is having this idea, the creator, whatever, the higher force, the self only, that takes care of everything. If at all there is in Vyavahara Dasha. But for him, all those things are also not there, I suppose. Absolutely, his vinishchintam, no worries or concerns about anything. And shanta samsara kalanaha, all the ideas or concerns about the samsara is gone once and for all. So you cannot corner him by anything. Hare Ram, why are you like this? The world is suffering and you are sitting like this. Why can't you do something about it? Because of you people doing something, only the world is suffering. So Bhagavan said, when something is happening in my dream, what will I do? About the Second World War, somebody asked him, why don't you do something about it? Why can't you stop this world war? Hare Rama, when something is happening in my dream, what can I do? Meaning, it is not real. Chumma, appadi and the state la irukanga. When something happens to their body mind also, they remain same. That is what we should understand. A very selfish person also can remain like that. Whatever happens to the world, I don't care. But something happens to him, oh, he panics, he creates a big scene and he troubles everybody. But this Mahatma, whatever happens to his near and dear or to his own life, his own body, mind, he is the same. If something is happening in the dream, what should I do? That is how he maintains. So that is a test, real test. Otherwise, a very selfish, very, the ignorant man also can say, how does it matter? I don't care for anybody. That is how a selfish man thinks, no? He is not selfish because there is nothing in himself. To be selfish. So, what idea, na? There is nothing in himself to be selfish. Because there is nothing in his consciousness, there is nothing. And he cannot get attached to his consciousness because it cannot be kolludalumillai, talludalumillai. You cannot hold on to it or you cannot reject it also. So it is there as it is. Nobody can get attached to the self. Because self is what it is. In the self there is nobody to get attached. See, as a person you can say, I am devoted to the self and all. That is fine. But in the self, there is no scope for any attachment because there is nothing. There is nobody. So that is Jivan Mukta. See, Vartamanepi dehesmin Chayavad anuvartini Ahanta mamata bhavo Jivan muktasya lakshanam Vartamanepi dehesmin Chayavad anuvartini Ahanta mamata bhavo Jivan muktasya lakshanam Vartamanepi dehe. Even though he seems to be living in the body, seems to be like us living in a body, Vartamanepi dehe Asmin chayavad anuvartini. For him, this body is like a shadow which is following him. Meaning what? Like we see shadow, na? Wherever we go, it is following. So he sees this body not as a real thing, like a shadow only. It's an appearance only. Shadow means what? Just an appearance. It has no substance of its own. You understand what is shadow? It has no substance. It's just an appearance. And it is not me. If something happens to shadow, nothing happens to me. If a truck passes on the shadow, I will not scream. I will not scream. Because shadow is not me and shadow is just an appearance. You understand? So for this body also like a shadow to him. Anuvartini, it is just following. I don't know why it is following. Like the garland around the neck of the cow, whether it is there or it has fallen, he is not even aware. And ahanta, mamata, abhavaha, he has no ahamta or mamata regards this body. He doesn't take this body to be his own self. Or he never considered as his own. Meaning what? Sometimes we say, I am not the body, but I am with the body. This body belongs to me, I have to take care. That's what we feel, no? That mamata bhava also is not there in him. See, I am a soul in the body, we think. Or some people think, I have a body and a soul. But for him, there is no body, no soul. There is only chinmatraha. That self. Soul also is jiva, like, it's a very confused thing. Soul cannot be explained. So for him it is his pure self where there is nothing. No body, no mind. Therefore, see, very clear. He doesn't have ahamkara. I am this body, he never thinks. It has gone. He never even thinks this body belongs to me, I have to take care or I have to protect it, something like that. No. He is totally unconcerned. Are we concerned about our shadow? Why the shadow is today looking ugly? So you will go and sort of do makeup to the shadow? You are ugly, therefore shadow is ugly. Meaning what? Tondi in Topaima, if you are like that, the shadow is like Budakaram. Hey Rama, I am this fat or what? Sometimes we get scared seeing the shadow. We are not worried about the shadow, we are worried about ourselves. Do we look this awkward or what? Yes, you don't know. That is why I don't, see my own picture at all. You get very sad. In a lighter sense, huh? So, this Mahatma, for him, there is ahambhava also, mamakara also not is there regarding the body. Totally unconcerned. If it lives, it lives. If it goes, it goes. How does it matter? Because he is not dependent on the body for anything. And he is completely independent. For him, death is nothing, life is also nothing. Why for us life is very important? Because of different experiences, what we gain out of it. Now, for him, there is no scope for gaining any experience. He is beyond all experiences. So, what is the meaning of life for him? What is life for? To gain different experiences. He has gone beyond all experiences. No more he is dependent on any experiences at all for his joy or sorrow, for his existence. So, what is the meaning of life for him? Tell me. So, death also has lost meaning, life also has lost meaning. So, when he is not bothered about living or dying, then why should he bother about this body? We are concerned about this body because we want to still want more experience. If not of the world, at least of the self. See, at least for realizing the self, I want to be alive. At least we want that kind of an experience. But for him, no experience is required. So, whether the body is there or not, he is not concerned. See, the concern about the body is a big concern, please understand. And people are always concerned about it. Ayyo, why it has gone this way? Ayyo, I am taking a lot of medicines, what will happen to me? The kidney, what will happen to the kidney? What will happen to the heart? People are so concerned about their hair. What will happen to my hair? It's falling. I tell you, it's all real. Though we may sort of joke about it, it's all really, especially for girls, pavangal. How many concerns they have got in this world? எவ்வளோதான் யோசிக்கிறது, எவ்வளோதான் கவலைப்படுறது, கேரியரை பற்றி கவலைப்படுறதா, ஒழுங்கான கணவன் ஹஸ்பண்ட் கிடைப்பான்னு கவலைப்படுறதா, முடி கொட்டுதேன்னு கவலைப்படுறதா, வயசாயிட்டே போயேன்னு கவலைப்படுறதா. So they have no concerns about his body, anything. So whatever happens to the body, it happens. According to the prarabdha, it happens, and I have nothing to do with it. That is why Sadashiva Brahmendra, when he was walking, somebody chopped his hand. He was not even aware. He was walking. And then that fellow realized, oh, I have done something wrong. So he took the hand. Hey, Mahatma ji, please forgive me. Oh, is that so? Okay. And he just walked away. Is it possible? That is what they say. It should be possible. For them, everything is possible. They are Siddha Purushas. For them, everything is possible. For us, nothing is possible. For them, everything is possible. At the same time, they can be in 2-3 places also. This, they have seen it. Regarding the Yoga Swami also, there is a story like that. Yeah. See, this Nallur Tiruvalla, there is a Muruga temple, very famous there. So the devotees were going, it seems, for the Nallur Tiruvalla. They were requesting, Swamiji, you also will come with us. No, I don't want to come. And he is in Jaffna, and Nallur is down south. For Nallur Illa, sorry, I mean Muruga's place. What is that? Kadirgamam Tiruvalla. Muruga, not Nallur. Kadirgamam is the down south. So he was in the Yalpanam. Very, very far away. So that morning somebody has come and met him in his place abode. And evening somebody has seen him there. It's not possible to go like that. So at the same time, people have seen him in the 2 places. And then the devotee came back and asked him, Swamiji, how is this possible? He said, Vadaipam Badava. Chup. Don't talk about it, he said, it seems. He said, don't talk about it. Meaning what? It is possible for them. That is why some Mahatmas have got 2-3 samadhis. Do you know that? Sadashiva Brahmendra, Kulandayananda Swami. And Kulandayananda Swami also of Madurai. There is a big, great Mahatma. They have got 2-3 samadhis. You wonder how can a person die twice, thrice and can have 2-3 samadhis. We don't understand all those things. So they are something else, actually something else. So they have no concern for this body, no concern about this vyavahara. They are not even concerned about the devotees. They are concerned about the devotees without getting concerned. Meaning what? They know everything is taken care. Nothing to worry. All these things have no meaning. Yes, okay, they are also, have got this emotion. Sometimes they show emotions also. We don't know why, how. But they are also very kind, very compassionate. Said a great jnani. He saw a crop which was failing, and his mind also became very sad, it seems. Like that, they are very compassionate because they identify with the whole universe, everything. But at the same time, they are beyond. How? That is how it is. They are not concerned because they are abiding in that one. Nirantaram, without any break, without any gap. So Nirantaram they are abiding. So he doesn't have any ahanta or mamata regarding this body. For him it is like a shadow following. I don't know why it's following. Atitananusandhanam Bhavishyad avicharanam Audhasinyamapi prapte Jivan muktasya lakshanam. See, whatever we study here as Jivan muktasya lakshanam, that we have to practice as a seeker to reach the Jivan Mukta Sthiti. See, this is what we have to understand. Here, very beautiful idea is given. See, Atita ananusandhanam. Atita means whatever is gone, the past. Ananusandhanam, they don't think about it, they don't brood over it at all. Atita means whatever has passed, means gone, means what the past. Ananusandhanam, they don't think about it at all. Past is past, and what is there to think about it? Ananusandhanam. Bhavishyad avicharanam. About the future, there is no vicharam about future. What will happen? Absolutely, about the future, there is no vicharam. No thought given. So they live thoughtlessly, right? Yes. We also live thoughtlessly. Why are you complaining? So, about the future also, avicharam. Prapte, in the present, audasinyam, indifferent. Audasinyam means whatever comes or whatever goes, they are indifferent. Whatever they get, they don't get. Whatever comes, whatever goes, audasinyam. They are indifferent. Whoever comes, whoever goes. Somebody may come and say, there is nobody like you, aha, ho, ho. Somebody may come and say, you are a fake Swami, useless. Okay. Yes, I am really fake only. Good, you have understood. You are a good student, huh? Because this personality is always fake only. And the self is always there, original. Our self is the original. And this is fake. And you have recognized it, meaning you are a bright student actually. So, audhasinya means totally indifferent in the present, whatever happens. So, what we do generally, we go over the present. Andanal nyabagam nenjile vandade. Hey, you have to note now. Nanbare, nanbare, nanbare. Indanal andrubor inbama illaye. Adi yen. Meaning what? We think about the past. 1970, when I was living there in Baroda. I was respected so much. I was holding on to that kind of a post. Blah, 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 blah. Now what happened? Everything is gone. So you think about the past and you feel miserable. See, whenever you think about the past, you feel miserable. Please understand. When the past is so good, now you compare it with the present and you feel miserable. When the past is very bad, whenever you think about it, you get worked up. So whatever you think about the past cannot give you happiness. About the future, it is imaginary future actually. It is not yet born. It is unknown. So why should you think about it? When you lead a decent life in the present, future is taken care. Anyway, when the body is born here, everything is fixed, match is fixed already. Bhagavan is the biggest match fixer, you know that? Already it is fixed. Who is going to win, who is going to lose, what all you are going to enjoy or suffer. Everything is fixed, huh? So now you cannot do anything. In the future, if you have to be on the streets, another panama pona apdidan po mudiyum. Even though you are a great Kodiswaran, somewhere you met with the accident and you remain like that as a dog. And then somebody has to throw you away because no idea who you are. So, prarabdha, if you have to be, respected and, given a honorable sort of a funeral, it will happen also. Suddenly they will realize that you are a Topi Amma. Hey, he is a saint. He is not an ordinary person. Suddenly somebody may think that way. And people also jalra padan, yes, right. Suddenly you become a great Siddha. You yourself don't know why I am a Siddha. But you have become a Siddha already. You cannot now escape. You are a Siddha. Because we tell you are a Siddha, you are a Siddha. So then you are taken everywhere in the palanquin. You also don't know what's happened. This is strange Maya. Yeah. So therefore, future nobody knows and we need not worry about it because already it is fixed. What are we going to do now? By our thinking, nothing is going to change. Apadiya Swamiji, it is not a fatalist idea. Yes, it is fatalist. So what now? Yes, it is fatalist. So what now? No, it is very wrong. Okay, you have it. Your idea, you have it. We don't care. How can you change our idea, my idea? I believe this way. Who are you to come and tell me I am wrong or you are right? How do you know about that? If you think you are right, you keep it with you. No, I want to, help you out. Sorry, thank you. Already I am self-sufficient. So therefore, don't worry about the future unnecessarily. Whatever has to happen will happen. And when we hold on to the feet of the Lord in some way or other will help us. No doubt about that. I tell you again and again. We do not know how He will help. It is His business, no? Why should we worry about it? How will He help me? I don't know. Why should you know? Should you know everything or what? If you know everything, there is no spice in life. It's boring. If you know everything about life, it is boring now. So not knowing is good. So don't worry about anything in the future. About the present, audhasinyam, because anyway I am self-sufficient. So nothing is going to add to my joy or nothing is going to take away my joy. I am independent, I am self-sufficient. So people come, people go, doesn't matter. Whoever comes, whoever goes. Whatever happens, doesn't matter. Audhasinyam. Api prapte jivan muktasya lakshanam. This is the mark of a jivan mukta purusha. Om Purnamadha Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. See, our Mahatmas are very kind.